Hi YouTube, it's Janelle here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one major change that I made in my life that has helped me to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over the past few years when it comes to holiday shopping and the holiday season. Before I jump into talking about that big thing, I want to remind you all, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and click the red subscribe button below. And that way you can join me on my financial journey. I post videos every week sharing what I've learned about personal finance and financial literacy as I learn. And you can also click in the description box below the link to my Patreon page. If you can find it in your heart and in your budget to give $1 a month or more, I put all of those gifts and funds towards creating more content right here on my channel. Okay, so now let's jump into talking about what exactly is this big, major change that I made in my life. So before I talk about it, I just want to say, when I was in college, I had a very specific mindset around holiday shopping and, holiday season. To me, the holiday season was all about gift giving. It was all about giving, your family presents, your friends presents, and making them smile and feel happy about how much you care about them. And, you prove that you care about them by buying something and giving it to them around the holidays. And so that was, my belief. Like, that's just something that I believed and that I grew up, kind of seeing and knowing to be true. So when I was in college, I had a lot of friends, and then my family has always been really big. So I had this massive list of people that I felt like I had to buy them presents. I felt obligated to get them something. Even if it was something small, I just felt like I couldn't, not give presents to my friends, right? Or to my family. Or even worse, I felt this pressure that what if they got me something and I didn't get them something? Or, what if I get them something and they don't get me something? Or what if I, get them a present and they don't like it? Or what if I get them a present that costs less money than the present that they got me, Or what if they think I'm cheap because I don't spend a lot of money on their present? There were so many things running through my head that were, to be completely honest, were stressing me out and making me constantly spend time, energy, and effort and, money on all these things that were, honestly, to me now, the way that I look back at it and think that it was kind of funny because it was a little bit ridiculous for me to be that stressed out about some of these things. So the big major change that I've made since then, and I did this probably about like 2 or 3 years ago when I read an article on yesiamcheap.com. This is obviously, it is not an ad or anything. Like, I don't even know this woman, but I read her website a few years back, and just a lot of the resources and the articles that she posts are so good. And there was one specific blog post, and I'll try to see if I can find it and link it in the description box. But basically, somewhere she was quoted as saying that, she just decided to start saying no to all of it. Just saying no to everything. Saying, no, I reject the idea that you have to give somebody a present to show them how much you love them on Christmas or during the holidays. That's just not true. It's just, I personally just don't believe that. And once she decided to stop believing that, it was so much easier to make more rational, logical decisions with her money around the holidays, because that simple idea that, giving somebody a present was the only way you could show them you care around the holidays was just not true for her anymore. And so she started to think of other creative ways that she could, do things around the holidays to show people that she loved them that didn't involve spending money. And so I kind of thought, wow, that makes a lot of sense. The holiday time for me is not necessarily about gift giving or exchanging gifts anymore. Now, to me, it's about spending time with people that you love. Every single day when I wake up and check my phone or look at the computer, there's another crazy incident in the world. Something happens, people are dying, people are suffering, people are injured, people go missing. And it's a crazy world that we live in, and especially at this time. So taking the time to spend time with people that you love, your family, your friends, whoever, and just physically just be together is so important. And a lot of people, overlook the importance of that and think that, what really matters is how expensive the presents are, or how many presents you get for somebody. And so, yeah, I basically just decided to stop believing that. And so since then, I have pretty much stopped buying presents. Around Christmas time, I make an active effort to spend time, instead of spend time shopping for presents for people and shopping around trying to find things, or spend time online looking for deals. All that time is just wasted. Instead, I use that time to spend it with my family. Can I go over to my parents' house and help them cook, when they're preparing the meals for the holidays? Can I, offer to babysit my nieces and nephews for my sisters and brothers when they're, so that they can have a night off one day of the week and just go out and I'm just watching the kids for them. What are some things that I can do that will allow me to bond with my family, with my nieces, with my siblings, with my parents, with my friends, that don't actually require me to spend any money at all, but still shows them how much I really love and care about them and appreciate them, especially around the holidays when everybody's in a really cheery mood and all warm and fuzzy. So that's like a really big thing that I did. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, heck no, there's no way. I'm going to be so cheap. I got to get my wife something. I got to get my husband something. How am I not going to get my husband a present? What is this lady up here talking about? She's crazy. I know, right? And I completely understand, because that's how I used to think too. But what I will say to you is the best present that you can get your partner, your wife, your husband, whoever, is the gift of financial freedom. And I know that sounds crazy because it's not like a physical object that you can wrap in a pretty box, put a bow on it, and give to them. But it is honestly the best gift you can give yourself, and it's the best gift you can give to your partner, because at the end of the day, those, $1,000 you spend on that iPhone X or $350 you spend on that Apple Watch for them, if that money could go towards any debt that you have to pay off debt and bring you to a much better place where you're closer to your financial goals, where you're closer to, paying off debt, or closer to getting your house, or closer to any of the things that you've said together that you really want to accomplish, why would you put that money on physical objects and give those gifts to people one time a year when you can actually, put that away, save it, invest it, grow it, and put it towards real big goals that you actually, truly know matter to you and your partner? So that's the one piece I would say you should think, instead of your gut reaction, which is, oh no, she's crazy. She's talking crazy on her channel. Now I have to unsubscribe. She's so crazy. Like, just please think about it in a rational way of, yeah, this makes a little bit more sense, that if I'm not in the position to go balling out of control, buying presents left and right for people, that I should actually think about the situation that I'm in financially. And if you are debt free and you're in a situation where you have money, great, then this video doesn't really apply to you. You can go ahead and buy whatever you want for whoever you want. But if you're actively trying to get out of debt, or you're working with your partner to build up to get a financial goal achieved, you're just setting yourself back hundreds and thousands of dollars every time you go and purchase presents for Christmas or get holiday gifts for whoever, you're buying holiday gifts for. So that's, the idea that I want to put out there. I definitely think it was really hard at first when I started to not get gifts anymore. It felt weird because, everybody around me was giving gifts to people, and so it kind of felt weird that I didn't have presents. But, once people started to understand where I was coming from, I never really got any criticism or negative, anything from anybody, because people generally agree that it makes sense to really focus on yourself financially before you start, spending money on things that aren't part of the written plan that you have for yourself and your family. So, yeah, I never really had anybody talking crazy about it or judging me. And, maybe people say stuff behind my back, but to be honest, I don't care anymore, because I have very clear goals, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm getting closer to my 30s, so I feel like I'm a lot more confident in my own ideas and my own beliefs and my own core values. And so it's easier now for me to challenge social norms that I used to feel pressured by before. So like when I was in college and when I was working my first job right out of college, I felt so pressured to participate in all the gift exchanges and all, giving all presents to everybody, my family and my friends and all that. And I felt like I had to do it. Whereas now I'm okay with saying, actually, I don't believe that that's the only way to show somebody that you care about them. And so, and I'm perfectly comfortable saying that. So I think it just comes with a little bit of, time, a little bit of thinking, some reflection. And then, you know, at the end of the day, maybe you watch this video and you still think, oh no, she's so crazy. I totally disagree. I'm going to continue to put money towards gifts for my people that I love. And that's fine. You know, this is just sort of pushing you to maybe try to think the different way or encourage yourself to kind of think differently a little bit. But if it's not the way that you choose to believe things work, then that's fine, right? That's fine as well. But it's just nice to be able to kind of push yourself to think differently or to try to understand how other people think, because, you know, more information for everybody is always better. It's never a bad thing to try to understand where other people are coming from and to try to push yourself a little bit and change some of your habits for the better. So that is the thing that I do. And if you guys have any questions for me or comments, if anybody out there does the same thing, I would love to hear all of those comments. So definitely put them down below. And if you have anything that you want to ask me privately, you can always email me at MissBeHelpful@gmail.com. And that's all I have for you guys. So till next time, peace.